Welcome back to Cable 10 Live. I'm your host, Nav Nanwa. Thank you very much for joining us. We are joined actually by Peel District School Board Trustee Candidate for Brampton Ward 7 and 8, Amardeep Singh. Amardeep, thank you so much for joining us here on Cable 10 Live. Always a pleasure to chat with our Peel District School Board Trustee Candidates, because as Wasim and I were chatting about earlier in the show, I feel a lot of individuals living in the community aren't familiar with what the role that a trustee plays. And hopefully you're here to tell us, why you're the person for the job.
Thank you very much, Nav. Thanks for inviting me on Rogers TV today. My name is Amardeep Singh. I've been living in Brampton for the last 12 years. And the thing which encouraged me to run for the school trustee is it's our kids, it's our children who are going to the school. Yes. I've been doing a lot of volunteer work with them. We're trying to have the drug awareness in our school systems. So most of the schools that comes in Ward 8 and 7, if you go down to there in the lunch break time, you'll be able to see them, like there's a lot of kids are being into drugs. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is, and also what I did in the past is, we always help to do drug awareness programs, because what I believe in, education is one of the main, or a major, you can say, a power that we have. We can give forward to our students today, to our kids today. So they can really help this education to combat against these drug users. So that's pretty much my main reason to come into this school trustee, you can say, for the elections.
Have you seen any personal accounts of individuals or kids that you've known that unfortunately were victims of drugs and just the impact it's made?
I do have volunteers who went to these things before, and I did help them in the past.
Oh, that's excellent.
I did help them in the past, and I get the help from the community to get them out of these drugs.
That's good.
And we do have really good, our community leaders, the religious leaders. They get these kids, and we have one of our community leader, he's doing counseling on his behalf.
Oh, that's
and
good.
I get these kids with the use of, I'm just going to name this person's name, is Paisa Pai Guljar Singh.
Okay.
He's doing a great work in our community.
That's good.
He's doing counseling on his behalf. He wants to have the kids who are involved in drugs out of the drugs through a sort of meditation. So what I believe in, education, doesn't matter which way it comes in. If the education comes to his own power, it can really help the kids out of the drugs. Because you have to be, first of all, strong from inside. So that's what I believe in.
So when it comes to looking at the students of today, are there other methods that you're thinking about providing more positive influences to these children, to stay away from some of these vices?
Yeah, like we have, as we know, like in Peel, we have a lot of good extracurricular programs.
Yes.
So what I've been involved as myself also, I do play cricket.
Awesome.
Okay, I do play cricket in the Brampton fields. And I did manage, we have a club which is called Gladiators Cricket Club. I've been managing this club for almost like 7 years.
Okay.
And all the, like you can say, the main aim of mine to manage this club is to have more and more youth into my club and get them away from the streets. I want them onto the field, and I have like a lot of young students who came on 7 years ago into a club, and they are like, we have 2 students who came to our club. They really play good, and we get them down to Toronto. And these 2 kids, I'm proud to say that, we have one of our member of our club. His name is Cecil Perwez.
Okay.
He's into the Canadian cricket team.
Oh, awesome.
And he representing us. He recently made a trip to New Zealand. He went down to Caribbean.
Great.
So there's a lot of good stuff which we produce. And I find myself as a good leader of the club, like I was able to produce players like that.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I believe in, if you have extracurricular activities more in school, recently I went to one of the school, the kids they complain about it. They used to have a 20 minutes extracurricular activities before.
So recess, right? Or?
Recess.
Okay, yeah.
So they used to have it.
Yeah.
It's not anymore.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, I just asked, why we don't have these activities anymore? No funding.
Oh, okay. So
funding
is the issue.
The funding is the issue. We don't have a teacher who can represent or do some sort of, you can say like a volunteer work for these kids to get them involved into the gym. So when I just look around all these things, and I have the stats with me all today, and I have the stats.
Please share.
Yeah, why not? So for 2014, the spending plan is going to be for $1.7 billion.
Okay.
Okay, and $850,000 is going to go to the extracurricular activities.
Excellent.
It's on the record right now. But the thing is this really going into the schools? Is implementing right now? It's not.
We have $1.2 million to provide buses. If you go to the Ward 8 right now, the Ward 8 has so many new homes right now, and it's keep on building.
It's growing.
It's growing right now.
Yes.
It's growing in a vast majority. And I have one school which is in my riding. Its name is Walnut Grove Public School, which is located on Panstaff Road and has 798 students supposed to go to this school. Till the last moment, the schools, before our schools get open, all the parents in my neighborhood, they have no idea which school bus is going to come and where they're going to pick up their kids down to the school.
So no designated areas?
No designated areas.
Wow.
And this school, I'm going to tell you this, it's like if we're having $1.7 billion pending plan for Brampton for 2014 and 15, where all that money goes to. This school had 3 trailers. Do we want our kids to go to school, sit in a trailer?
Yeah.
We don't want that stuff.
Yeah, and I even just, speaking from my experience, being in the Peel District School Board, I would say my least favorite classes were the ones in portables, like you said, those trailers. And there were so many issues that would come up, such as mold, and that would be, that would deter your learning almost.
That's right.
Classes would be canceled.
That's right. It's all about, the thing is, being a taxpayers, we are paying the tax. And I just want to explain to people that most of the fundings we got for the Peel District School Board come from the province. Okay, province give us a budget to the Peel District School Board. In Peel region, we got 3 cities in. There's Mississauga, there's Brampton, there's Caledon. And one of the fastest growing city in this Peel region is Brampton. If you come to the Ward 8 right now, the Ward 8 is growing day by day.
Yes.
More and more families are moving in.
Yes.
These are families moving with their young kids. If you don't have facilities for them, today, the school I'm just talking about, the one before, this school is being built, the building's being constructed from almost a year right now. And still we have trailers? Are we, where are taxpayers' money going to? So that's why I just want to make this Peel District School Board for 7 and 8 as a trustee as accountable. We should have accountable situations where we can see where actually the money is going to.
Amardeep, speaking of accountability, and one of the things that we were chatting about earlier is, parents not familiar with who their trustees are, and you're definitely a passionate individual.
Yeah.
How are you going to make sure that people, the parents in Ward 7 and 8 know who you are if elected, and how are you going to kind of get the communication?
It's a really good question. In 2010, only 33% of Bramptonians come out to vote.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's really low number. But in 7 and 8, these are the only 2 wards. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, which was a ward, we have 40% turnout. Okay. And the thing is, when I go and do knocking, I'm just going to start with the kids right now, the students, the volunteers I have. When I just met them first time, I asked them a simple question. Do you guys know what the school trustee means? They have no idea.
Yeah.
So first of all, you just got beaten at that place. So when I just go to the parents, I just ask them. I was like, guys, did you guys know what the school trustee means? What school trustee do? They have no idea. The last time in 2010 elections, people voted for councillor, they voted for mayor, they voted for the regional councillor. There was 2,000 votes were not even take on a school trustee.
Oh, wow. So
People not taking school trustee as a serious position.
Well, it's a lack of awareness, right?
It's lack of awareness.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is, I'm doing door knocking from almost a month right now.
That's good.
And I'm just telling parents, I say, guys, we are here for our kids. We have to get serious. Okay, the mayor, it's a very important position. Regional councillor, it is. School trustees are also another important position. People are not taking seriously.
Well, it's great that you mentioned that, because I'm finding that a lot of the feedback that tends to come out of municipal elections tend to revolve around schools.
Yep.
But a lot of parents seem to miss, the fact that you can get a voice,
Yep.
from a municipal level to address these concerns.
That's right.
Well, actually, so you mentioned you were door knocking. What are some of the feedback you've been getting from some of your constituents within wards 7 and 8? Some of the feedback you've been getting on the schools.
There's a lot of parents are concerned about the busing services.
Okay.
Because if I have there's a policy number 39
Okay.
of Peel District School Board, which states about the kilometer average of school bus radius. Okay, the problem with the policy 39 is, when they make a radius, it's a radius from a school level,
Yes.
which is going to be going around creeks and everything. Okay, it's like you're making a radius of, for example, for the secondary students, 3.8 kilometers. When you make a 3.8 kilometer radius, you make a radius on a map. In that map, when we find out there's a creeks in there, there's a very big homes there, our kids not going to go and run over fences or something, go to the school. They're going to use the path. They're going to use the path which is being made to get to the school. But that path is more than 3.8.
Oh, okay.
It's more than 3.8.
Yes.
So our kids are walking to school, not 3.8, they're walking to school more than 5 kilometers. And what about, after this elections, we're going to have winter. Winter is already here. So,
Yeah.
so all right.
You never know what the weather these days,
You never know
yeah.
the weather says. Well, we already have rain. It's so cold this morning also.
Yeah.
The weather is getting very different right now. What's going to happen in winter? How are our kids going to go to the school? Are they going to walk to 5 kilometers down to the school?
Yeah, it's not safe.
It's not safe. Plus of all, they don't have a proper guidance also, right? When you go and, go to any schools in the new wards, you're going to see there's big lineup in the morning time for the cars. The parents are waiting for 20 minutes in the line to just drop off their kids right on the school.
It's always a sea of cars.
That's
outside,
right.
yes.
So that we don't want that stuff. We want, if we have a proper bus services, even I was like talking to a lot of parents yesterday. I'm going to tell you this, parents are even serious to pay extra to the school. It's like we want to have school buses services for our kids.
Well, it alleviates a lot of the stress that they face, right?
Yeah,
So-
they are even ready to give you a bit extra money. But what I'm going to say that, I was like telling these parents yesterday, it's like, you know what, the thing is, we are taxpayers. The average Torontonian or average Canadian is paying $100. Out of $100, $41 we are paying towards the taxes. Okay. If the province has to raise the funds. And recently, as I just discussed before, the province raised $1.2 million to provide bus services for 1 and 10. But where is this money? We still don't have this money. What's going on? So the thing is, at this time, our system is being somehow, it's not implementing this money in the right manner. So they are not accountable.
So are you, if elected, are you going to be that accountable body that you're going to show
Absolutely
the
right.
parents?
Absolutely right,
Okay.
Nav. So that's what I'm running for. That's what I'm here for. The reason I'm running for the school trustee, a lot of people do ask me, it's like, why school trustee? Why not counselor? Why not regional counselor? I want to become a voice of the kids. I've been doing volunteer work with them.
Exactly. You mentioned
right?
the cricket association. And so
It's
on.
like all associations, drug awareness programs. Like, I want to become a raise of voice for the kids in our community because our parents are not aware of this right now. I want to aware parents. My campaign, I'm telling all the residents today, my campaign, it's about the drug awareness. That's my #1 issue. When I do the door knocking, I'm telling people that I'm running for the school trustee, and plus I'm doing the campaign awareness about the drugs also.
Amardeep, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Good luck on October 27th. That's again Amardeep Singh, who's running for Peel District School Board Trustee in Wards 7 and 8. We'll be back after this brief commercial message.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.